jak se máš? Doufám, že super, protože dneska mám pro tebe fakt super video. Je to video, kde ti ukážeme, jak se dobře a efektivně učit česky. Je tu se mnou Alvaro, který nemluví česky, mluví polsky a tak česky trochu rozumí, ale dneska budeme mluvit anglicky. Okay, so we will switch to English and I'll ask Alvaro to introduce himself shortly.
Sure. Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to be here. And like you said, my name is Álvaro. I'm from Spain, and I'm just super passionate about languages. And I've been learning different languages through comprehensible input, related ideas, because I think that's a super effective way to learn a language and a fun one, which is pretty important for me.
And what are we gonna do today?
So, and we're going to have a short story in Portuguese because you told me you don't speak any Portuguese, right?
I know one word.
Okay. So that way I can show you how comprehensible input can impact the way you're learning the language, meaning that that's actually the key to the entire process. So if you understand what I'm saying, if you understand what you're listening to or reading, you're actually learning the language.
And I have to say that we haven't prepared a lesson. I have no idea what's going to happen now. So if I don't understand, it's my teacher's issue, not mine as a student.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Like, if you don't understand, I didn't do a good enough job of, using images, gestures, or slowing down, as much as necessary, etc.
Tak jo, let's go. Jdeme na to.
Let's go.
Are you enjoying this video? If you're gonna go further, join slowczech community. What is waiting for you there? Individual lessons where we take time to get to know you in order to match you to perfect for you tutor. The group lessons where you feel connected to other Czech learners because you share the same desire to learn. And if your days are busy, the WhatsApp approach is the best for you. Anytime, anywhere, you and slowczech tutor. Co myslíš? Will you join? Now let's get back to our video.
Okay, so now I'll switch to Portuguese. All right. Eliška, vamos criar uma história. Sim? Vamos criar uma história. Tá bom? Tá bom? A história de agora eu, Álvaro, vou falar de quatro opções. Opção número 1. A história de elefante. Um elefante que mora em Praga. Sim? Na República Checa.
Okay.
Opção número 2. A história de cachorro. Um cachorro que mora na Espanha. Madrid, Barcelona, Espanha. Depois, opção do número 3. Just a quick little thing. There's like, I don't have those specific words like letters, in Spanish, like this special C. So that's why, anyway.
Oh, important.
But continuamos com a história. Opção número 3. é a história de um gato, um gato que mora no Canadá. Em Canadá? Sim, perfeito. E, finalmente, opção número 4. É a história de uma pessoa, Álvaro, Eliška, pessoa. E não é um animal. Elefante, cachorro, gato são animais. Sim? A opção número 4 é uma pessoa que mora na Itália. Tá bom? Perfeito. Então, Eliška, qual opção você prefere? Número 1, número 2, número 3, número 4?
Número 3.
Perfeito.
Não.
Então,
Não.
então, é a história de um gato que mora no Canadá. E onde mora no Canadá? Onde? No Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal. Onde?
Quebec.
Quebec. Perfeito. Então, o gato fala inglês e francês. Sim? É um gato especial. Especial? Sim? Perfeito. É um gato especial, sim? E fala inglês e francês. Sim? E o gato fala português? Não. Não. É um gato especial, mas português é difícil para gato. Sim? Perfeito. Eliška, como se chama o gato? Como se chama o gato?
Eliška, Alvaro.
Antonio, Eliška, John. Como se chama?
Arc-en-ciel.
Opa!
Rainbow.
Em francês. Sim.
Em francês.
Perfeito. Então, arc-en-ciel é um gato especial que fala inglês e francês. Fala francês porque mora no Quebec. E as pessoas no Quebec falam francês. Perfeito.
Francês especial.
Sim, exato. É um francês difícil de entender.
Francês.
Francês. Je m'appelle francês. Perfeito. Então, o gato arc-en-ciel fala inglês e francês. Só inglês e francês? Ou fala espanhol, tcheco, polonês? Não, só inglês e francês?
Inglês e francês e tcheco.
Tcheco, tá bom. Interessante.
Tcheco.
Arc-en-ciel fala tcheco. Peraí. Tcheco. Sim. Porque morou. Agora Arc-en-ciel mora no Canadá. Sim? Mas no passado, Arc-en-ciel morou em Perno. Arc-en-ciel é um gato especial. Arc-en-ciel gosta de viajar pelo mundo. E viajar na Argentina, na República Checa, no Brasil. Um gato especial.
Gato especial.
Mas arcancel agora mora no Canadá, sim? E ele, arcancel, é um gato canadense, sim? Tá bom. Não, ele é um gato canadense. E arcancel morou em Brno, estudou, sim, na Universidade de Arquitetura em Brno. Sim. Eliška, eu, Álvaro, falei. I forgot, but whenever I use this gesture, I'm talking about the past. Eu falei que o gato arcancel é um gato muito especial. Muito especial. Okay? É um gato que fala 3 línguas. Inglês, francês, tcheco. É um gato arquiteto. Gato muito especial.
Muito especial.
É o arcancel, sim, é um gato arquiteto. É um gato muito especial. Perfeito. Então, o arcancel fala tcheco, francês, inglês. De 3 línguas. Mas o arcancel quer aprender chinês. Sim, chinês. Gato muito especial.
Multilingua.
Sim, um poliglota. Sim.
Poliglota.
É um gato muito especial. Que o chinês é difícil. Eliška, é difícil. Chinês é difícil. Não é francês, inglês, espanhol, não. Chinês é
Difícil.
muito difícil.
Muito difícil.
O arcancel quer viajar na China para aprender chinês. Tá? So, this is what an actual lesson looks like, right? Obviously longer. And just a quick summary to see, to talk about what we did here, and you can talk about your impression. É a história de um gato muito especial, sim, que mora no Canadá, que se chama Arcancel. Sim? E Arcancel é um gato muito especial porque ele fala tcheco, inglês e francês. Ele fala inglês e francês porque mora no Quebec, no Canadá. E fala tcheco porque morou em Brno, na República Tcheca. Perfeito. Ele morou em Brno e estudou na Universidade de Arquitetura em Brno. Isso aí, esse é o arcancel. Gato muito especial. Mas agora o arcancel quer aprender chinês. E quer viajar na China para aprender chinês. É isso aí.
Thank you for the lesson. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
So what my impressions, so I have to say that this is the first time I'm having such kind of lesson, or second maybe. What I liked is that I didn't at first I like that there's the text. It's not just some sounds coming from nowhere, and because I have no idea what the language looks like, and I can understand based on the text. And then I like that you have obviously chosen the international words and words that are easy to understand. Then I like that I am involved in the creation of the story, which is my story, and it's very funny that it's my cat. Then we had a picture. This is something I like as well. I can now imagine Arc-en-Ciel living in Canada. And I didn't understand correctly the word opsau, or the word like number. And I thought maybe it's like person or character or figure or feature or something like that. But I really don't need this word, or I don't need the specific translation, because I understand what it means in the story. And I had fun. And I think I learned way more in, 10 minutes than trying to learn with the app or some notebook, like, how are you? Where are you from? Or even though I can't say it, but I'm sure that I can say it very soon.
Yep. Yeah, awesome. Like, great insight. The thing that, like I said at the beginning, the most important thing is for you to understand what I'm saying. So that's my job as a teacher, to make it comprehensible through writing things down, like you said, images, gestures, using international words that you're going to understand regardless of the language, right? And then when it comes to the opsau thing, like usually I would have explained it beforehand, but so I try to, first of all, like I said, try to make it comprehensible, and then I try to make it as fun as possible, because that's also going to be important. One thing to make it fun is to get you involved in the story creation, right? Exactly what you said. So what I do is I came up with this idea. It's sort of a gamifying experience in which I give you 4 options. So that actually meant option.
Okay. Well,
So like 4 options, so you get to choose which one, who's the main character in this case. But if we go ahead with the story, I would give you, again, even more options. Instead of just asking you about, what language he wants to learn afterwards. We said Chinese, but I could have given you 4 different options, and you get to choose which one we're going to use, right?
And of course, anytime as student, I can ask you if it's really triggering me, like, I need to know what this word means, so I can ask you, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I always tell my students, like, if you don't understand, let me know, because that's what you need to understand what's going on. But also sometimes you might not understand a specific word, like just like you said, but that doesn't mean you're not understanding what we're talking about. So many times it's not, quote unquote, that important if you miss a couple of words here and there. You get the message understood, right? And yeah, so that's also the idea, like to get you involved without forcing you to speak the target language, because it was just your very first lesson, right? So you're not ready to start communicating yet. But with this idea, I come up with the option, so I'm the one communicating, but you get to choose. So you feel like you're part of the creative process. Right? That was the idea. Yeah.
And I enjoyed it very much. Thank you. Would you like to add anything else, or maybe tell our followers where they can find you if they're interested in Portuguese or other language?
Okay, so well, actually, Portuguese is not my native language, but it's one of the languages that I speak. Actually, my favorite because of the way it sounds. And so, well, they can find me at Natural Languages, on YouTube, but everywhere pretty much. Like, but I'd say YouTube is the place to find me. And there, I've got plenty of videos in which you can find class examples, but also little stories that I create in Spanish, my native language. So it's mostly for people who want to learn Spanish, but also for people who want to understand how the language acquisition process actually works. So I've got a lot of interviews with teachers, polyglots, researchers. So it's like both ways. I help people learn Spanish, but also understand the process of language acquisition, right?
Which is one of the key points in language learning.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much. It was very teaching, or how to say that. I learned a lot today, and I hope that you Slow Czech fun you did too. And if you want to know more, we are opening Slow Czech Lab very soon. And there, so we will continue with Alvaro, and we will give you more strategies, tips, what you can do at home. We will give you more ideas, and we'll do some practical exercises as well. So, see you there, hopefully. No, teď děkuju, Alvaro. Měj se hezky.
Thank you.
Uč se česky a čau.